Hey guys, this is SuperFunnyBros with a new commentary. Before we start, I would like to announce that I am now a member of the Federation of the Exalted, which 8363MTR is the co-founder and admin for the group. Other members include Harley Scallington, Midnight Anubis aka Curewave, Zampana, Dynamo Rocks for short, Just Call Me Henry, George Raccoon Man, Illini Guy 34, and Orphan of the Moon. We already have 2 commentary videos up right now, so after this commentary you guys can check them out. Anyways, on with the comment.
Wait a minute.
MTR, what are you doing on my channel?
Shouldn't you have gone through an initiation yet?
Initiation? What initiation?
Well, you obviously don't know. Basically, you need to do a co-op commentary with one of us Fox members. What material do you have, Freshie?
Freshie? I've been doing this shit for 3 years. You're the one who's a freshie. You've been in this community for only 5 months.
Well, yeah, but you're the last member who joined the Federation of the Exalted. So, what kind of material do you have, Freshie?
Whatever. Anyway, today's commentary is on Matt Baum.
Wait, I think I've heard that name before. Didn't he write a few articles on the Huffington Post?
He also logged the progress of gay marriage with his Marriage News Watch every Monday. But now that gay marriage is legal nationwide, yay, the Marriage News Watch came to a close.
Oh yeah, I actually did see a few of those videos before. Why are we commentating on him?
Because he did a shitty review of The Birdcage, one of my favorite movies. He doesn't hate the movie as a whole, but he distresses a character named Val, and his reasons for hating him are almost as bad as confused Matthew hating Cub Simba.
Oh boy. We're in this kind of pickle, aren't we?
Yup, and it reeks with Tumblr mentality. Let's start this then. Down the warp pipe we go.
But I don't want to get in the pipe.
Get in the fucking pipe!
The Birdcage would have you believe that the scary conservative senator is the bad guy, but the real villain of the film is this kid, the son whose selfishness and cruelty nearly ruins the lives of everyone around him. Here's the premise. Armand runs a gay nightclub with his partner Albert, who is the star drag queen. Their son Val is in love with a girl named Barbara. Barbara's father is also in the entertainment industry. He's a US senator who likes to go on TV to shout about moral order. Of course, it's always these moral people who have the weirdest secrets, and sure enough, one of the senator's colleagues was just found dead with an underage hooker. So now the senator is doing damage control. But first, they're all going to have to get together for a screwy dinner party. And that's going to get messy, since the kids lied and told the conservative parents that the gay parents were actually straight. Because, God forbid, gay people actually exist.
You forgot to mention that they also lied about their last name being Coleman instead of Goldman because Armand is Jewish. So it wasn't just the fact that they were gay. And look, I've seen a lot of ultra-right-wing people to know that they can never be convinced that what they believe may be wrong. You can't really fault Val for not risking the fact that they're gay when it's his relationship on the line.
Literally, Val and Barbara are acting as though God forbids it. When Val asks his father Armand to play straight for the fiancé's parents, Armand has a good response.
Yes, I'm a middle-aged fag. But I know who I am, Val. Took me 20 years to get here, and I'm not gonna let some idiot senator destroy that. Fuck the senator. I don't give a damn what he thinks.
But the son evidently cares more about what the senator thinks than his own father's happiness. Listen to what Val says.
Change your mannerisms a little.
What are you saying?
Just be a little bit less obvious.
Are you fucking kidding me? Can you imagine if the roles were reversed and a parent said that to their child? You'd be waiting for the rest of the movie for that character to get their comeuppance. Val isn't just homophobic, he is actively abusing his father.
You do realize that the movie was made back in 1993, meaning that the way that we view the movie would be different from today's standards. As in, why there is a need to point that out? You don't know? Well then, before I play the theoretical question game, there is one thing in which case that you failed to actually point out, and that is with how the film is an adaptation. This story was actually written in around 1973 when it was set out for a play in Italy, and a much older film came out in 1978 at France/Italy. Yes, there were changes within the play/the 1978 movie, but some of the concept and the storylines were about the same. So with that being said, the meanings of the actual films are actually a lot more different 40 years ago, or even 20 years ago as a matter of fact. It's kind of like saying that we should shun a joke from a 1990s movie, all because we now deemed a racial joke to be, well, racist. Even given the context saying that the joke was told by a black man making fun of his own race. And now for the theoretical question that you may be asking. What if it was still deemed to be offensive in the 1990s, like some people were pretty concerned over it? Well, for the rest of the commentary, both me and SuperFunnyBros will pretend that the movie came out recently in order to see your point of view of what the context should be about.
Homophobic? Abusive? You realize that Armand later agreed to help Val out because, I don't know, maybe it's because he's his son and he loves him? If I had a son, or if MTR married a guy and had one, we would do anything for our kids. Within reason, of course.
Daddy, can I have a car?
Sure, sweetie, here's $50,000.
Wait, don't I need a license?
You can borrow mine. If anybody asks, just say you're a dwarf.
We've got to get rid of a few things around here.
Well, that's fine. The art's actually pretty tacky.
Well, you'd have to send Albert away for a few days.
That's his dad he's talking about. Get rid of some stuff. Send Dad away. He's attacking his father, and that attack lands hard. When Albert finds out that his son wants to get rid of him...
My heart is breaking.
And yet, the two gay dads give in to Val's request. They agree to play straight because he begged them to, even though he's making them erase who they are, and in fact, erase their whole family.
The reason Val doesn't want Albert to be there for the dinner party is because he's very apparent with his femininity. His fey mannerisms could compromise the whole plan.
Keep in mind that the senator mainly wants to keep his image intact, especially with the passing of Jackson on a black underage prostitute's bed, aka the guy that he works with. And if the press knows about how the senator's daughter is going to marry a son of a gay couple, then things will turn deeply south with his career, which could mean ruining the chances of marrying the daughter to begin with. So in all honesty, I can kinda see as to what the son was thinking to begin with.
So finally the big night comes, and their son is treating them even more cruelly.
Any last instructions?
No, just don't walk unless you have to.
Listen to the disgust in his voice.
Try not to gesture.
Is that all?
Don't talk too much.
Don't let anyone see you, try not to breathe, maybe just don't exist anymore. This kid should get audibly booed every time he comes on screen.
I could see social justice warriors doing that, but not us like-minded individuals. Speaking of which, this video is borderline crossing SJW territory, because all Val wants is his parents to be straight for one night. He's not telling them to not be gay for the rest of their lives.
He's one step away from tying the men who raised him to the railroad tracks. Why are these dads letting their son torture them?
Okay, I think you've stretched this a bit too much right here. The point that the son was trying to convey us here was how he was extremely nervous about the whole thing, and as to how he wanted to play the night smoothly. He wasn't trying to make his parents erase their own identity.
Just wanted so much to help you. And you hate me.
Pretty much, your kid is the worst.
I thought that the context of that scene was Albert saying that not only towards his son, but also his partner. I think you've misinterpreted this scene to begin with. And in fact, this whole movie is flying over your head like a shooting star. Oh my gosh, a shooting star! Make a wish, honey!
I wish Anita Sarkeesian and Zoe Quinn never went to the UN.
You said it out loud, it's not going to be true.
Fuck!
So now Albert's crying in the other room, and Val gets on the phone with his birth mother, who's been totally absent from his life, and asks her to drive over and pose as the woman who raised him, because an absent mother is still better than a gay dad.
Ultra-right-wing people also have a problem with single parents. Again, Val isn't taking any chances.
No, go past this part. In fact, never play this again.
When the senator and his wife finally arrive, it turns out that he is a harmless man. Stupid, but harmless.
Virginia has amazing foliage. Although I do think that the foliage in Ohio is underrated.
Because he is a very right-winged man. Sure, at the dinner party, he may seem to be a man who might not be intimidating. But even before that, there are hints on the fact that he doesn't support gay marriage. Like, for example, when he was viewing the debate on television about the topic of gay marriage. Hell, even right after the son's biological mother came into the door and ruined the plan, the senator was still disgusted over the whole situation for the fact that Barbara was dating a man with gay parents.
This is the man you were trying to impress? The guy whose opinion matters so much you had to turn one dad straight and wipe the other from existence? Fortunately, the jerk kid is no match for Albert, who comes up with a new plan.
Here I am! Oh, please forgive me for being so late, but the traffic was unbelievable.
From here, Albert takes over the evening and has everyone wrapped around his finger. Everyone's having a lovely time, no thanks to Val. The senator is charmed, and Albert's plan would work, except then the birth mother arrives, as Val told her to, and ruins the subterfuge.
Val tried to get a hold of his birth mother to cancel her arrival, but it failed because of unfortunate circumstances. She was held up from traffic at a ship crossing a drawbridge. Then Val tried to leave a note at the gate, but the press arrived and took it, so she never got the note. So when she arrived, it compromised the whole plan.
Exactly how many mothers does your son have?
What?
Cornered, Val begrudgingly tells the truth.
This is my mother. My father owns a nightclub downstairs. My mother is the star.
I don't understand.
I don't either, Senator. Why did Val not tell the truth from the beginning? And if he really thought that it would damage your reputation to be associated with his dad's, why did he orchestrate an elaborate hoax and let you show up for dinner? Why is this kid intent on ruining everyone's life?
One could argue that it would have been easier for Val to find someone else who didn't have ultra-conservative parents, but then we wouldn't have a movie. And reluctant? Not really. It looked more like he was standing up for his parents.
Anyway, the senator now wisely orders his daughter to leave.
I would have really liked to have had you as my family.
This would be a perfect time for Val to stand up and defend the love of his life by insisting that she stay, but no, he says nothing, just gonna let her walk out, because really, he accomplished everything he set out to do. He insulted one of the men who raised him, denied the existence of the other, he drove a wedge between them both, denied the very existence of his family, he was willing to jeopardize the career of his fiance's father, and throw everyone's life into chaos. And for what? Why was any of this necessary? Why is the senator's approval any more important than your own family's happiness? The senator's colleague was just found dead while raping an underage sex worker, and you think your two dads are a problem? At this point in the movie, reporters have surrounded the club, and the family decides that they need to sneak the senator out without getting caught, rather than, just walking out the front door and saying, I just had a lovely dinner with my family and friends. Val's lies are so infectious, they've spread to everyone else.
Oh my god, you really are pushing the envelope on this one. Can you at least drop Val and actually think about the senator for once? The overall main issue is not with the son spreading their lies towards the other people at the house. It is the fact that the senator could be in front of the news cover with how he was unknowingly at the dinner party with the gay couple. Hell, it could have been catastrophic too, considering that the two people from the National Enquirer already knew for the fact that he was at a gay couple's house, which again could lead to the failure of his election. The senator might be wondering as to whether or not if they actually knew anything from the event too.
And since he pretty much wraps up the video here, we'll pretty much end it here as well.
Look, to be honest with you, this review was dead. I'm not saying that your other videos are actually this terrible, considering that SuperFunnyBros actually showed me a few of your other videos, and I actually did like them overall. They were well thought out and informative. However, this video just threw me off at the wrong way. Not only did you accuse Val for his reasons that were actually excusable, you also failed to mention many of the important factors throughout the entire movie, especially with how the family was Jewish or how the senator actually thinks.
Exactly. I am honestly very surprised that Matt Baum would make a video this poor in quality. He's actually made a lot of good videos of other media. The most recent one about his experiences at Rainforest is actually heartwarming and presents furries that love to show their animal side in a positive light. I guess even good YouTube channels are bound to make something like this sooner or later.
Like your commentary on Bendel.
Shh. We do not speak of that.
But do you?
And it's time for you to beat it.
But you didn't let me finish.
I said beat it, you freshie.
No, you're the freshie.
Guys, you're both freshies.
Oh, well, maybe I should just go.
Good, freshie. Anyway, folks, this is SuperFunnyBros.
And A363MTR.
See you next time.
The end!